Hi, my name is Shannon and welcome to my channel. Fall is upon us, so today's video I want to share some of my favorite fall recommendations and some of the perfumes that I am most excited to wear for fall. So if that sounds good, then just keep watching. First up, I have a very seasonally appropriate scent. This is Divine Temptation, and this is from Reine de Saba. This is a very boozy, spicy scent. There's rum and cinnamon. It really, to me, smells like a holiday spiced rum cake. And I can tell you, if you think about the perfumes that have this profile, you've got Angel Share, you've got like a lot of other perfumes that share similar notes, but there's something in Divine Temptation that is special to me. I barely have a dent in this. I actually saw this turn up on Scent Split, so you can buy decants of this now to test it out. I bought a decant with the sole purpose of getting the discount to buy a backup bottle because I'm telling you, it is that good. So this is a very, like I said, sweet, spicy, boozy fragrance. You've got rum and fig and clove at the top. Then you've got cinnamon, Gaiac wood, Peru balsam, Madagascar vanilla, amber, and patchouli. But what I get, like I said, is that deep, thick, spicy rum cake. If you've ever tried rum cake, it's one of my favorite desserts and it's so good. That is exactly what this smells like. I don't love the bottle, is a little bit much for me. I wish they had a different cap. But I'm telling you, I have a backup of this on the way right now. It's so worth it. It can be really hard to find. I didn't see it on ZGO Perfumery for the longest time. It finally popped up on Scent Split. So if it sounds at all interesting to you, I would say check it out now before it disappears again. I have been super late to the game on this one. I will admit that. And I'm talking about Jazz Club from Replica. I bought this at the end of sort of the season last year when I was first kind of getting into niche perfumes. A lot of people talked about Jazz Club, and I think the tobacco note, or maybe it was like the vetiver that was in here, I just didn't like it. And I kept going back to my sample. Like, I know this is a very well-loved perfume, and Jazz Club last year, something happened and I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. It's definitely unisex, would smell amazing on anyone, but it's got this tobacco, sweet, soft, kind of powdery feel to it. It's definitely like you're in a jazz club and there's a texture to this perfume. And so you've got some rum, like I said, you've got vetiver, there's a few aromatics in here to balance it. There's some neroli and lemon at the top, which kind of helps, again, balance the fragrance so it's wearable. Then you've got the tobacco, vanilla, so it's got some sweetness running through. I'm so excited to wear this season. I'll probably share this with my partner too because I think this will smell really great on him. And that was Jazz Club from Replica. This next fragrance doesn't really need an introduction, but it has become really a love for me and so many others. And I'm talking about Gris Charnel. This is the Extrait version. So this is cardamom, black tea. The Extrait is very powdery, and I know people call this more masculine. I really don't get that. It just feels more powdery and more cozy to me than the original. So the original is maybe a little bit brighter. This is, again, with the texture, kind of like Jazz Club has that powdery texture. This is holidays to me. It's super cozy. I love wearing this when I have like a super soft cashmere cozy sweater on. It so fits the vibe of the season. And for fall, I'm so excited for Gris Charnel Extrait. Une Nuit Nomade came out with their extraits, and Chemin was an immediate love for me. This is perfect cold weather, cozy almond. You've got a slightly gourmand touch here. So it's a powdery, cozy almond. There's vanilla in here. I get something kind of smoky, and I do get a touch of that marzipan almond, but it's not overwhelming. It doesn't feel like cheap in a way that marzipan can. It's a powdery, smoky almond, and it's stunning. This is going to be beautiful in cold weather. It's again got that cozy texture to it. And it's, I think, anyone can wear this too. Very unisex. Does lean a little bit sweeter than some of the other ones, but Chemin d'Amande is going to be gorgeous this fall. Herod from Parfums de Marly has to be one of my favorite cold weather scents. This is cinnamon, tobacco. It's spicy, it's sexy. I don't share this one. This is my perfume. This is from the Parfums de Marly men's collection, but to me, I think it's really sexy on women. I think, of course, men can wear this too. But the tobacco in here with that cinnamon, it's a vibe, and I love the vibe. It's very deep, but I still wear this during the day. Don't get me wrong. This isn't like a date night scent. It totally could be. It could be like cigar lounge type of vibes, but I wear this during the day in like fall and winter, and it's so good. I think the vanilla in here rounds out the tobacco and cinnamon and everything else, so makes it very wearable. I have a serious dent going in Praline and Maple from Scents of Wood. This is it's a woody, guys, it's a woody fragrance. It's warm, spicy. There's chestnut and cedar and clove. It gives me holiday spices, but the woodiness in here makes it feel like the spices and the woods just make it feel so festive. And going into fall season, kind of like getting into pumpkin spice latte kind of vibes, and getting out your cashmere sweaters. That's what this makes me think of. It makes me so happy. I'm not kidding that I'm gonna have to purchase a backup bottle of this too, because I can't be without this. This is one that I will have in my collection. It's the perfect balance of being sweet and having those like holiday spices, but the woodiness here gives it enough of a freshness that I don't really get sick of it. I love wearing this a lot. Like, I can wear this very frequently throughout the season. I did a review last year on the House of Irfe. I thought they had a lot of fun fragrances, and I picked up Smoldering Pepper. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I feel about these bottles. They look a little bit juvenile, but I'm gonna tell you, Smoldering Pepper it's so sexy. This is so sexy. I also need my partner to wear this. So let me just tell you the notes first, and then I will explain. Basically, the notes scare the crap out of me. So there's black pepper, saffron, olibanum, which is a resinous note. You've got cypriol, patchouli, labdanum, oud, leather, and then finally you've got a bourbon vanilla. But Smoldering Pepper, they have done some voodoo in this perfume, because I'm not a big fan of oud. I'm not a big fan of leather. Cypriot oil can go wrong super easily. Patchouli can pull too harsh. This is blended beautifully, and I really love this because it is not sweet. It's a very intriguing scent. If I smelled someone wearing this, I would probably ask them what they were wearing. Check out Smoldering Pepper from Irfe. Give it a shot. It's worth it for fall season. Have you guys ever smelled mulled wine that's like simmering on the stovetop? It smells incredible. That is what this perfume does for me. This is 11th Hour from Byredo. This is a really captivating scent. It is a woody based scent, but you get these spices and some kind of fruit coming in, which to me comes across as a mulled wine. But what it actually is it's plum in the mid. So you have some bergamot, you've got some notes at the top giving it a brightness. But then that mulled wine vibe comes in. There's actually rum, which like I said, I don't really get the rum, but there's fig and carrot seed giving it some of that like oak barrel kind of vibe. There's cedar, cashmere wood, tonka bean, labdanum, and some other resinous notes. I can't think of anything else besides that mulled wine smell though. It's so holiday. It's not overly sweet, but it does have a slight sweetness to it. And it definitely pulls woody. I know people that also wear this in hot weather. For me, this reads more like seasonal and cold weather, but I am so excited to wear this. It really puts me in the mood for fall season, and I love it. I think it's a very unique Very interesting scent too from Byredo. The next perfume was a new discovery last year and I absolutely fell in love with it. It really caught me by surprise, and I'm talking about Volutes. This is from Diptyque and this is the EDP version. And I don't have the notes in front of me, but what I recall from this is it's a slightly vintage leaning, like powdery iris tobacco scent. So there's some honey running through here as well. So you get this slight sweetness. It's super cozy. It doesn't have the spices like some of the other fragrances I mentioned, but it does have that nice cozy texture. And I've never smelled anything quite like this. It doesn't go completely in like a sticky iris direction, but you can definitely smell the iris here. You can smell the tobacco and honey. It's beautifully blended. It's a super unique, very chic and classy fragrance still coming from Diptyque. So this is one, if you like the sound of that, even if you liked like tobacco honey from Guerlain, which I also have, I think is great. This puts more of a vintage flair on that with the iris and a little bit of that powdery texture. It's a stunner, and I'm actually looking at this like, I might need to find a backup of this because I know there's different versions and they can be hard to track down. So give this a try if you're not familiar and you like a little bit more vintage leaning perfume. I know that fall is just getting started, but I'm gonna end with a little miniature from Jo Malone. This is Fir Artemisia. So I need to find a Christmas tree-like smelling perfume. I want something evergreen. I actually smelled Evergreen and Snow from Scents of Wood, like their new release. I wasn't wowed. Maybe I need to go back and try it again. But Fir Artemisia is probably the closest I've found that's a perfumey sort of fir Christmas tree smell. I was wondering, do you guys have any that you recommend or that you like that kind of give off that evergreen smell? This one's the closest I found. So this is on my list right now, but I'm not 100% sold on it. Need to wear it a little bit more, but let me know. Do you have a favorite like evergreen Christmas tree type of smell that you recommend? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video of some of my favorite fall perfumes and some of the ones I'm most excited to wear this season. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back in my next video.